It's an oldies song. I guess oldies is something that also needs to be clarified or quantified, something. Because, oldies is depending on when you grew up, right? Because, I grew up in the, I was born in the late 70s. The 80s were kind of my growing up time, I suppose. Although I guess I'm still growing all the time. But the 80s to me aren't oldies, even though they're 40 years old. But to the younger generation, yes, they are. But for me, I usually think of like the 60s. 60s music is oldies music. And there was a song that had lyrics that said, "Must be raindrops falling from my eyes." Because it's not right to cry. We're told to always bottle up our emotions, right? I think now, hopefully, I think we're getting better with that. I think we're getting better now with understanding that it's good to show your emotions. It's very important for our mental health to talk through things, to express emotions. I'll be honest, I cry probably more than most people, but it's not always a bad thing. I mean, and when I say that, I mean, it's not because of something sad. Sometimes I get a little teary-eyed because it's something that I find so beautiful. Some truth of life that is universal, usually related to like our human struggle and how difficult it is for us to go through it. So as I sit here in another gray, rainy day in the cemetery, because it's March in New England, although I don't think it matters what month it is. It rains here a lot. I've been thinking about some things. And yes, I wear my sunglasses here in my videos, even when it rains, because I just like the way I look better in sunglasses. Ain't no shame in that. That's how I feel. It's my video. That's what I'm going to do. It's also because my future's so bright, and I'm already there in my mind. But as we're talking about raindrops and sadness and life and things, keep in mind, I'm not a medical professional when it comes to mental health, but I am a spirit going through a human experience that's been here for like 46 plus years, seen some stuff, witnessed some things, been through a lot of stuff, and I hear a lot of stories from my friends and family members, and I try to help them all along this journey as well. So it's in that vein that I put this forward, as I am an advocate for suicide prevention and awareness, mental health awareness. I want to make sure that I put this out here first and foremost. I personally do not believe in giving up. I need to get through this whole experience. I want to see what's at the end of the book. I know some people, I've lost some people. I know other people have lost friends and family members. I never cast shame or aspersion or say any of those people were weak or any of the other words that people use to describe those who died by suicide. This human experience is not an easy one. And although I want everyone to live their best life and to see it through the hard times and try to live a full life, I don't cast anything upon those that we've lost along the way. The only thing I hold for them is love, and that's the way I conduct myself. You do what is right for you, but I believe that always showing love to people, especially to survivors and family members and friends of people we've lost by suicide, I think that's very important. Now, the purpose of the video itself was because I've been talking to a lot of people lately, and even sometimes to myself, which I talk to myself a lot, and I know that it seems this human experience seems to be getting more difficult. Now, I don't know if it's just the way the world goes or what's going on. Everyone seems to be like a race car in the red, like their engine's ready to explode. Everyone's kind of losing their mind, quick to anger, very, very volatile times we live in. And I think a lot of us are tired. I know I feel it sometimes. Sometimes I think, if I was given the option to be like, hey, I think I'm kind of done here. Again, I don't want to check out early, but but if there was like an easier way to transition, sometimes I wonder, But listen, I believe we see it through to the end, right? But I get that our souls are tired. It's not even just our bodies. Our souls are tired. Mentally, we're exhausted. It's a rush reality. It's get up, hurry up, go. Things are loud, there's noises, there's buzzers, there's constant notifications. I can't pump gas without it showing me TikTok videos and trying to sell me things and advertisements. I just long for a slower way of life. Things a little bit quieter. People a little bit more thoughtful of each other. People a little bit more kinder. But instead, it's just the rat race, right? It's just It's getting on that, I almost said unicycle, although that would make it more fun. It's getting on that hamster wheel. It's sitting in traffic. It's sitting in front of a computer. It's pressing buttons, downloading apps, uploading passwords, verifying that you're not a robot, pressing more buttons, getting a code sent to your phone, putting in another password, finding out that password's wrong, resetting your password only to be told that, nope, you had the right password, now you can't reuse it. It's maddening. It's 9 steps to nowhere. It's running in circles. And yes, it's exhausting. And I think the reason our souls are tired is because everything I just mentioned is not for our soul. Everything I just mentioned, every part of every dang day is a rush job for the material world. It's pseudo-scientific AI nonsense. It's just material garbage. It's just Amazon boxes and plastic and bills and managing debt and staying distracted, drinking to cover up how you feel, taking more drugs to try to cover up how you feel. Listen, there's a time and place for medication. I do like a little bit of alcohol myself, but I recommend you drink responsibly. But I don't want to have to ever take any alcohol or any medication to numb the way I feel. I don't want to try to pretend my reality is something that it isn't. I don't want to mute my feelings so that I'm not upset. What I want to do is make my reality a better place. And I think we do that by looking inside, looking at our souls and saying, I need to take time for this. I need to take time for me, who I really am. Not this body, not this little meat suit I'm dancing around in every day, but my soul, myself, my absolute truth inside needs a little something, because this world isn't giving it anything. So find time for yourself. Make time for yourself. And I know time is of the essence. Time is a thief. Time is slipping away. I've got a whole lecture just about time because it's so important to us. It's a man-made construct. At least the way we perceive it, it is. That's a whole nother discussion for another video. But try to make that time for yourself. Take some time. The other day, I treated myself to a movie. I was on my way to the gym, where I usually go at night, which makes me feel good personally. And I find it to be good for my spirit, as well as my body and my emotions, my mental wellness. But I thought, you know what? We're going to call an audible tonight. Tonight, taking myself to the movies. Got myself a big thing of popcorn. Got the icy drink. Sat in the top row in the center where I like to sit. Easy these days, because not a lot of people go to the movies. And I sat there, and I was a happy little boy. It's a happy little soul inside. I even danced to the music at the end credits. I'm just in my seat, shuffled around a little bit, you know? Because this life is quick, it's fleeting, it's too fast, and we're just so distracted. And I don't think we do those little things to make ourselves happy, our inner selves. Spiritually, I feel like being out in nature helps me a lot. Even on a rainy day like this, which, you know, I can't go for a walk really. I mean, I could. I'd be a little wet rat. I don't like that, so I stay in the car, stay in the truck. But just being outside in nature a little bit, listening to the raindrops. It's just nice to take a moment away from everything else. Away from the beeping, the buzzing, the ringing, the noise, the people. God, the older I get, the more I think, you know, the Grinch up on Mount Crumpet, he just wanted to be away from the nonsense. He didn't hate Christmas. He just couldn't stand all the Who's nonsense. I suppose we have to have love for the Who's too, but there's something to be said about stepping back. There's something really good for our souls in taking a time to be quiet, not just staring at mindless videos on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok or whatever this false reality is that we are. We're not even created for ourselves anymore. We've immersed ourselves in it. The real world is still out there, as real as that world is. Again, we're spirits in a human experience, not from here. Don't stay here. And I think sometimes the reason that we get so tired, sometimes the reason that we feel so lonely is because we know this isn't real. We definitely know the TikTok crap on our phone, the YouTube videos, all this stuff, these distractions, that's not reality. That's not real communication. That's even this. This is me talking to a robot, recording it and uploading it to another robot so you might be able to see it. Hopefully you get something out of it. But so much of what we look at, what we listen to, is absolute garbage. mentally we feel bad because we constantly are giving ourselves bad things. You know, physically we are what we eat, right? From our head down to our feet. But mentally, I think we're corrupting ourselves and doing ourselves a great disservice by always watching negative things. And there's so much of it online. People share negative stories. We see them more than anything positive. This is why I work so hard with my Acolytes of Kindness project over on the Patreon page. It is because I believe that we need to put more kindness in the world. We need to share kind thoughts, kind deeds, not to applaud ourselves, but so that hopefully other people will see it and be like, oh, there are still good things in this world, and I can be a part of that. I can do it in my own life. But instead we watch news videos and videos of people fighting, and it corrupts us. It makes us feel dark. It makes us feel sad. It makes us feel angry. Just as we put food in our bodies and our bodies change, the things that we absorb through our eyes, through our ears, the things we listen to, the things we see affect us. And our souls get tired from it because our souls know this is not what we're here to do. And we become so overwhelmed with it that we start to lose our way, that we start to get tired, that we just don't want to be here anymore. Again, I'm an advocate for suicide prevention. I don't want to say anybody tap out early. I know you're tired. I know this life feels lonely sometimes. It feels painful. And it feels fake. It doesn't feel right. But there's beauty here. And if those of us that feel tired can understand that, yeah, you're not the only one. A lot of us feel it. Maybe we can take counsel from each other. Maybe we can share our feelings, share our thoughts about it. We'll find that there's beauty in that community. The community of the tired souls. We don't give up. We persevere. We keep on shining on because we need to be lights to other people, to let them know that, listen, there's still great beauty in this world. There's still great beauty in this life. It just may not be in the palm of your hand. It may not be on your phone screen or on your computer screen, but it's out there in nature. It's in the laugh of a friend. It's in the touch of someone that you love. It's still there. There's still beauty and goodness out there. We just need to seek it, and to seek it with everything that we've got. Rest up, my friends. I know you're weary, but there's still a long journey ahead. And there will be a great reward, and you'll find it along the path. I'll see you there on the road.